people who are triggered by this news cycle will sometimes feel numbness. They put it in a Pandora's box and put it over here. I will say that I am the queen of compartmentalizing my feelings out of necessity to survive, because I'm also a survivor. And I can take that box and put it over here and get my work done and get my stuff done and go through daily life while I can. And then I don't want to open that box till I have to. I'll open it when I have to, but I don't like to open it. So that can be, one way people deal with it. Some people go numb. Some people can appear catatonic, angry. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Angry outbursts. And you're like, somebody, and all of a sudden they're angry over the past week, and you're not, why are they so angry? Was it me? Did I do something? No, they're being triggered. And this is for any time when somebody is suddenly just angry for no reason, they're probably triggered by something. It can be a smell, it can be a scent, it can be a picture, it can be a news clip. It can be the name of a place. That's my big trigger. There's a name of a place that's the same as the perpetrator of me. And I see it on the map when I open my weather app, and I get triggered about that, and I can't remove it from the map, but I do need to check the weather. So there are many, many ways people can get triggered and get angry. And sometimes overwhelm happens, and people are like just overwhelmed and just, they just can't compute thoughts when they're overwhelmed. So these are not flaws in anyone's personality. These are common reactions to a trigger from a trauma. It's very common to feel all of these things and so many more, crying, sadness, despair, depression, anxiety. Anxiety is a big one for me. My anxiety is very much related to my past events in my life. Very much. I have trouble sleeping. It's a whole thing. So there's a lot more reactions than shown here on the screen. Just check in with your loved ones. If anybody's acting off, or if you are feeling off, ask somebody just to sit with you for a few minutes. Or if you feel like talking to someone, say, can you just listen? Of course, somebody you trust. Of course, somebody you feel safe with. So these are all just little tips. So one thing we can do to calm our mind down is meditate. And I'm going to walk you through a meditation here in a few minutes, because this is Monday morning meditations. You can meditate. You can clear your mind, take deep breaths. Meditation is meant to slow down the thoughts in your mind. It's meant to slow it down, because we have this thoughts constantly going in our mind. Meditation is meant to slow that down. And when we are overwhelmed, and when we are feeling angry, and when we are feeling upset or depressed or anxious, we can really use a way to slow down those thoughts in our mind. So please know that there are ways to navigate these triggers. And one of my biggest recommendations is meditation. Now, those of you who've watched me before know I am a terrible meditator. I'm terrible at it. I'm getting better and better and better. But for many years, my good friend that I've known since I was a freshman in high school begged me to meditate. For all the reasons I mentioned earlier. And my husband had gotten me started to meditate a little bit. But it has taken a very long time, and not everybody's good at it, because we have this perception of, oh, it has to be this perfect pose and my mind has to be perfectly clear and I have to sit in a lotus position and blah, blah, blah. No, none of that is true. None of that is true. You can meditate taking a walk. You can meditate going to the bathroom. You can meditate folding the laundry. You can meditate staring at a cloud. There's a million different ways to meditate. It's just about focusing and making the thoughts just go by. Just observe it. There it goes. And slowing down the train of thoughts in your mind. Even if you can do 5 to 10 minutes of guided breath work or visualization, it can help to calm and regulate your nervous system. It's really good to pay attention to your breath. That's one of the number one things people say is breathe. Pay attention to your breath. When you're feeling upset, when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling overwhelmed, focus on your breath. 3 deep breaths, focus on your breath. And it really changes things. Like my husband has seen me having panic attacks and get triggered. And, we've been married 29 years, been together over 30 years. And he knows my whole life story, of course. So he knows there are times when I just freak out in my mind. I'm not freaking out like verbally or physically or anything like that, but he knows when I start to lose it a little bit mentally. And he'll say 3 deep breaths, and it calms. And I'm like, now it's like, Pavlov's dog, if you know the Pavlov's dog, where he rang a bell and the dog would learn to eat by the bell. It's like that. I'm trained now when I hear him say that it automatically starts calming my nervous system down because I know I'm going to get those 3 deep breaths. So you don't need, 2 hours or 3 hours or 24 hours of meditation. And meditation is a tool to return to the present moment. I've said it a million times. Reclaim internal safety. Gently detach from external chaos. And let me tell you, everything that's happening right now in the news is for a reason. I heard a creator say earlier today, someone I follow closely, about all of this political stuff, that all of this noise is it's going to ramp up. And it's going to ramp up because they want to, the people in charge of the news media are